Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex coming back into the brand new video in episode 44 of Black Clover, man. So we got about 8-10 episodes left until this season's over, and then wait and see if there's going to be a season 2. And I gotta say, man, if you have not started this show, I think you've made your mistake for this anime year. I mean, if you dropped the show before the Eye of the Midnight Sun, came over, if you dropped the show before they changed Asa's yelling and screaming of the voice actor, then you messed up, and you're gonna like this show. A lot of shonen out there, I watch them, and they don't cover all their bases, and if they do, maybe they just scrape the surface and or scratch it, and most of the time they don't. And this may be the redheaded stepchild of shonen, sure, whatever you want to call it, but at the same time, this redheaded stepchild covers its bases. And last episode, I watched not episode 44 but 43, we got to see Magna's backstory with Luck. We got to see their connection, and if this show does anything, it makes you attachable to a character's fight and why he's fighting and his motivation to fight, because we understand why they're there. We understand why they're fighting. We got that characterization. We got that flashback. We got that character development to show how they got to where they are today. And a lot of shows don't do that. A lot of writers don't do that because you know why? They don't want to cover all the bases because they don't know how to write. And I mean, look. My Hero Academia is a show that covers all its bases, and it does it very well in depth, and it's able to really, just extract meaning from it on the deepest level. I'm not saying Black Clover does it as good and or as deep as My Hero Academia. I never said that. No. But I'm telling you this, it still does it. And a lot of shonen don't do that. A lot of action series don't do that. So before you go belittle Black Clover, make sure you keep your own show in check. So moving on, though, I gotta say this right here. The episode 43, I want to cover this since I did not do the review on it. I love the attack from Magna, and I love the attack from Luck, and I love how Veto has come here and he's just destroying. I mean, he's a freak. He's a maniac, right? So now we got Asta, and I think it's Kato fighting him, and that's pretty cool. I know this fight's not over. I know they're not done. I know the girls just showed up, but I know there's most definitely going to be more. I know those two are getting back up. I mean, I saw the preview, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see, the whole squadron arrive, and, this Yami's narration is really showing what Yami thinks of the other characters, and that's a great way to bring out who Yami truly is, because he's someone who's never really, he's always goofing around even in dire situations. Let's go back to the cave whenever he's fighting, Liched. So, I mean, think about that. And Yami's narrating, he's like, you two showed you're true men, Luck and Magna. And then he's talking about how also you gotta fight with the same kind of, I don't know if I want will would be the best word to put it. And even Vanessa's about to get serious, and that's a character we don't know anything about yet. That's a character that's always drunk and never gets serious. And I'd be lying if I said I was not excited to see her fight. So, at the same time, her just like, that's the first time I actually heard Yami be serious. She's like, I better, yeah, it's time, it's go time, no drinking, no nothing, no slacking off, and I'm really excited to see what's to come next of all these characters whenever they're at their fullest and full potential and actually trying. And I look at Gray, a character like Gray, the true form. It's a girl, a 24-year-old girl. And I wonder why, I can't wait to get her backstory as well, because I wonder why she's so embarrassed to reform. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. I mean, I look at her, and I'm just kind of like, oh, well, maybe she has inferiority complex. I butchered that. I can't remember. Inferior complex or whatever it's called. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe she just thinks she's not as, I guess, attractive per se as other girls. Maybe that's why she always transforms into a guy. That's what could be their writing. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shows that have done, not a lot of shows. There's some shows that have done the inferior complex and they hide who, a lot of people do it in real life. They hide who they truly are. Not saying they dress like a guy, dress like a girl. I'm just talking about in general. They hide, a lot of things. They don't speak out because they're nervous and scared. They don't have much self-esteem. I think that's kind of where Gray's at as a girl. Maybe she just doesn't think she's as, I don't know how to put it, as attractive overall and or good looking as other girls and or as pretty, whatever you wanted to call them. I'm thinking that's where the show is really trying to go with that. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, why else would she transform to anything but a girl? I mean, who knows? I I don't know. So, though, other than that, though, that's pretty cool to see. That's who Gray really is. So, hopefully, we get to see her in that form more often, actually get to know that character as well. So, Vanessa and her are really the last two we really need to cover for the most part, outside of Charmy. But, I really look at this show, and I think you're behind. I think you made a mistake. I think you made your mistake of the year. I think if you like Shonen, and Shonen's what you like, then you need to get back on the train and see what the Eye of the Midnight Sun are all about. I don't think you can make a true judgment of the show until you get to the cave. I mean, I don't think judging a show, man, it's impossible to judge a long-running show in 3 episodes. And I don't care who you are. I know some people have said, no, whether it be a YouTuber or whether it be just someone in comments, I've seen it on Twitter. Nah, you can't judge all shows in 3 episodes even. I mean, especially long-running shonens. Some shonens don't have great arcs until, well, the 3 arcs down the road, 4 arcs down the road, and that's 20, 30 episodes, and that's where the show really takes off. It may be average or mediocre, and you may be like, I want to see good, not average right now. That's my expectations and or the standard I'm keeping myself to. But this show may take you over the top. 3 arcs down the road. Bleach, Soul Society. My Hero Academia, the tournament arc. Even and/or season 3, right? All Might versus One for All. I mean, all for one. Excuse me. Given that show picked up in season 2 for sure. I mean, the last episode of My Hero Academia. I mean, the first 3 episodes, you may not have been like, this show should be amazing. Let's just be honest. And then you saw the Nomu versus All Might fight. Then you saw Todoroki versus Deku. And it just excelled. You know what I mean? So, I don't think, Fairy Tail, a lot of people say Fairy Tail started off strong. The strongest times were the beginning. But the true arc that really kind of set it, I guess, or pushed it over the hill would have been the Phantom Lord arc and or the Hidden Tower arc, right? The Jalal arc. Because, I didn't want to know that it wasn't Galuna Islands. So, think about that. Maybe it's the Laxus arc, which is, 20, 30 episodes down the road. So think about that. If it's a long-running show, you have to treat it differently. There's a lot of things you have to do differently before you can hop off the wagon. So, as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me to X25. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.